Y'all were at the finale!
Hey! I'll be watching.
Me too, girl.
So, I mean, well, look, we're back together. All 15 of us, but...
All 15 of us.
I make up, yeah. The lion's share and wait. How have your lives changed since we've done this? I mean...
Just an explosion. Everything has changed. Like nothing, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but nothing feels normal anymore.
Yeah, no, I feel like every day is waking up into like a dream. Like I literally have to find out where I'm at, like what year it is.
Yeah, days. I can't keep track of what
And
day
just
it
the
is.
sheer amount of people that all of a sudden care about you.
Like positive and negative.
And negative.
I love it all.
So many people have
actually.
opinions, and like I think the weirdest thing for me is because I've been doing shows for so long, going to a show and having just like this mass amount of people there to see you, screaming at you, and like wanting to meet you is just like
crazy.
mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's no like normal. There's no normalcy.
There definitely isn't. Like even, I think it's even like stranger when like your family and friends are like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan of you. And I'm like, Mom, you made me.
You're embarrassing after dinner, Mom.
Jesus.
So like walking into the workroom, I think we all made some pretty strong impressions, but which queen do you feel changed the most throughout our experience?
I know. I'm gonna say you.
What?
I mean, it was. I was just refreshed when you walked into the workroom. I was like, who is this bitch who's driving a remote control car into RuPaul's Drag Race workroom? I was like, what is this choice? And then, as I got to know you, I was like, I totally understood it all. And it all made sense to me.
And you were like, this bitch just makes bad decisions.
Oh, yes, exactly.
She's just a walking life choice. No, but I have to say same. I knew the minute I saw you, I was like, and I was looking at everyone else and I was just like, she's gonna be here to the end because there was nobody else like you.
Yeah.
You were so different from everyone else. And I don't know why, I just knew it, that you were, I was like, yeah, she's in this for the long haul, I could tell. Yeah, it was really cool to see your journey and see your drag, and because your drag is something I don't do, and it's completely opposite from what I do, or for what Nina does, like what either of us do, but it's so cool that you can see other forms of drag and respect them and enjoy them.
That's why I think my answer would have to go to Akiria, because like when she walked into the competition, I was like, oh, like I got that snobby elitist, like, oh, here's a fishy queen, how great. And then I got to see like how funny she is, how sweet she is. Like,
She's another one for sure.
At like how amazing she is at shaking her ass.
Yeah.
Twerk champion.
She is. So girls, what is a challenge or a runway or a moment that you want another shot at?
I can answer for you, I bet. Can you answer for me?
For you, it would be all the runways.
I mean, you know.
Is there somewhere I can hide?
I was like thrilled, right? I felt like the camp Met Gala came around at the exact appropriate time. I was like, thank you.
You're like, this is me.
Fine, I'll say all the acting challenges for you. Specifically Snatch Game.
Specifically, yeah, no, I actually have to agree. I don't want another shot at it. I would like to pretend Snatch Game never exists.
I disagree. I'm very happy with how I did in Snatch Game.
Wow.
Because look at the whole thing together. Snatch Game was terrible. I had that amazing moment on the runway, and because of all that, I got that amazing lip sync with you.
I mean,
that's true.
That's an
absolutely
iconic
true.
moment.
That's
So
true.
I
But
would
if
not
we're gonna
change
go
that.
back, like, wouldn't you want to show Rue that like we could like, overcome the things? Because Brooke, you and I were very in the same headspace that week. We both went in. We had conversations. And we were like, oh shit.
No, I think it's good because it's good. People need to see you fall in order to get back up and succeed.
I agree.
So I'm not mad about any of that.
So then what would your moment be?
My moment that I would like to change, well, for one, the Wakanda thing I could have done better at. And the other moment for me would be my final runway. I wish I had planned something better for it. I loved it, but I just wish I had done like a gown that I could have gotten out of into like a dance costume or something had I need to lip sync.
Oh, that would have been dope.
But I mean, that's just one of those things. I'm a perfectionist.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think mine for perfect.
No one cares, Nina.
No.
Us neither.
No, I guess my runways were the answer.
Whoa! You guys, let her finish. Let her.
Like, wow. I did win too.
You had some good runways.
I had some good runways.
That your polka dot,
My face bikini
was great.
Your face bikini.
Your cornhusk one actually
I
was
thought
good.
it was cute on TV.
They liked
In person,
it.
it was bad.
Yeah.
That was terrible. But I think the challenge I would want to redo would be the first sewing challenge. I wish I would have that, because that kind of kickstarted the bumps in my journey.
Yeah.
And I think if I had just nailed that a little bit stronger and just had a little bit more faith in myself, I think my story would have gone a little bit differently, at least for the first 2 episodes. You know? But other than that, I'm really happy with my journey.
Yeah,
You know?
you should.
Same, actually.
The three of us are sitting here in such a strong position that I don't think, I have no regrets.
Everything got us, like everything happens
Exactly
for
where
a
we're
reason.
at. Yeah.
It's true.
I agree.
Yeah.
So you two have had like a pretty close relationship even before the show, right? Like you guys have known each other for a decade. Do you feel like that was like helpful for you, or did it give you like some other strength in the competition to like literally know someone?
For me, I knew it was a strength. And so we really, I think, fed off each other, and we think we knew how to talk to one another. Even in our struggles for LADP, I was still relieved to be with Brooke Lynn.
Yeah.
Like, I still was comfortable. I still felt, and even in my moment of kind of having that weird confessional where I was really upset with you, I still felt like I could say it and not have you be pissy with me and understand it. And not, you know what I mean? Because we'd had that relationship before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about you, Brooke Lynn? Like, how did you feel about knowing Nina and seeing her on the show?
It was amazing. I mean, it was like a comfort blanket to me. Like I knew this person, and again, it was so wonderful because our strengths are so opposite. That when she was having a shitty week, I was having a good week, and I could comfort her, and vice versa. Like, it was really, really nice to have that, and we call each other our emotional support animals. Like it was like a Great Dane and a Golden Retriever, just like hugging each other constantly. But yeah, no, it was really nice to have someone there and have that support. It was great.
It was unique, right? It was unique, especially on this season, because what was really odd is, especially when you look at the Magic Challenge, we didn't even have the chance to pick each other.
Yeah, no,
we
it
were
just-
forced to be
put together, yeah.
And like, so almost every major challenge, we were together.
Yeah.
Literally.
So our story on the show has been simultaneous. I mean, like, I know where she was. I remember knowing she and Vanjie were together. I remember, like,
I
was
just knew
like,
by the smacking sounds at the end of the day.
Gotta love a Van hand job. Let's talk lip syncs.
do we have to?
Well, we all lip sync.
Yeah.
So I want to know, was it as scary as you thought it was going to be? Like, watching it on TV so many times and actually being there, was it as scary, and was it different than you thought it would feel, or what's the deal? What's the tea?
I don't know, for me, it was actually a lot more zen than I had ever imagined, because like looking at the lip syncs on TV, I was like, oh, if I ever got on and if I ever had to lip sync, I would be so nervous. Like, my whole life would be falling apart. And I feel like after you know, like, that you're in the bottom, you're like, oh, I'm lip syncing. There's a sense of clarity and a sense of like, well, I know what I need to do now.
Well, I'm sitting here with two people that were a part of like the most epic lip sync for your life in Drag Race history, and then there's me, who's a part of maybe the worst lip sync.
I mean, it was still epic.
So my lip sync for your life experience, I think, was drastically different. I remember in that moment, like, I did it once, so that was my experience. And I feel like it was not like a demonstration of my talent or my ability. And there's so many things in that moment that I could have done.
Yeah.
Like, in thinking about how to approach a lip sync that I just didn't do, because I don't know if I had this false sense of security, like, I'm not gonna be in the bottom. And then I was like, here I am. I'm about to lip sync. It's scary because when you're in the studio and you hear that and the music starts and everything just kind of like, it's just like everything falls out, And I think what happened to me was I was so caught off guard by the idea of the lip sync that I did what I don't know, I've never done. I planted, and the song was not
I'm gonna
really.
say it. It was a song to lip sync too.
It's a mid-tempo.
It didn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere. And I love TLC, and I love that song, but like, as a lip sync song,
You need something that builds a little bit more.
But what about you, Brooke? Like, how did you feel about expectations versus reality as far as lip syncs go?
Well, for me, first and foremost, as a queen, I'm a performer.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm a dancer, that's what I do. So both times I had to lip sync were the 2 times I was least nervous the entire competition. Not because I thought I'm gonna win necessarily, just because I'm like, I felt like I was
At least I know what I'm doing.
At least I knew 100% that I knew what I was going to do,
Yeah.
and that I was gonna deliver all I could deliver.
So I didn't make it to the Final Four, but you two did. And I mean, there's this huge, right? This episode where everyone kind of is laying down their whole worth.
Yeah.
And usually a song and a music video, and so Queens Everywhere is what's about to happen. Talk about it, because I want to know what this Final Four experience has been like.
Talk to me.
Well, I mean, for me, that was the closest I ever felt to feeling like comfortable in the competition, because you already did make it to the end, and so for me, that was just like making one final statement and just trying to really knock it out of the park and end on a good note. And I felt comfortable because for the first time, it felt like I had a sense of like respect between all of the peers I was working with. Like we'd finally moved on past like this black and white, we're fighting each other
There's
mode
no
to
drama.
like, it's amazing that we got here.
It was a really nice undramatic episode. That way.
Do you think it's because the other girls that maybe have been problematic were gone at that point, or do you think it was because the stakes were so high?
It's not
and
for
there's
me.
the
All
four
of
of
my
you?
all of my problems were right there with me.
They sure were.
I mean, and for you, I mean, like Final Four, it's like what you dreamed of.
Yeah, it was my shittiest episode. my least favorite way to end. I did not enjoy it. I enjoyed making the rap. I enjoyed shooting the video. It was just, I think it was at that point, I don't know about you, but I was running on empty. Like I had been giving so much that whole 6 weeks, and that last episode, like for some reason, I was just like clinging on for dear life.
Well, and that's why I actually enjoyed it, is because for the first time, it felt like it really was anyone's game, and not because everyone was like doing so strong. It was like, we all made it here. I'm so proud of all of us, but damn, I'm tired.
It was just, I was exhausted, and then it was that episode where I just could do no right. Like everything I did was wrong. And I realized it was like nitpicky stuff, but it was just when you're that tired and you're that emotional and you're so close to the end, and I was just like,
It feels like the is kicked out of me.
yeah, I felt like I had the kicked out of me that episode. And I was,
But you're here, like that's the thing. You're here,
And I'm here, I
like, you're one of those
survived.
spots that people all around
oh,
the
absolutely.
world
And I want to.
want, and one of them is sitting right by you guys.
I know,
you know what I mean.
it's
So it's
crazy,
like,
and it's
like
such
to
an
see
honor.
you guys have that, like achieve this goal is so
Yeah.
massive. Like.
It was.
I mean,
yeah.
truthfully, like it's like being with you guys in the competition, and it's kind of weird that the three of us are paired together because I feel like I was the closest with both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I know who I want to win, and I'm sitting next to both of them, and I hope that one of you takes that crown home. And so
you.
I
Me
just
too.
wish
It really
wish
is
you the
such-
best of luck. 'Cause
Thank
this
you.
is-
It's such an honor, like getting to do this and being here. And even though it was an episode for me, at least I know at the end I was like, oh, but silver lining, I made a top 4. I got
did
through it. I
mean,
fought
you
through
did
it again.
I mean,
I know,
you did.
right?
And
No
it's
one
so
can take
cool.
that.
Like this has been my dream for so long. I know it's been your dream, and
It's nuts. It's nuts that we get to make so many dreams of our own come true while crushing those of our peers.
I know. And we're sitting
But
here.
you know what though? But let me tell you, like sitting on this side of it, when I look at the top 4, it all makes complete sense. So like you can't. Everyone's journey is what it is, but you guys deserve to be there. And it would be really terrible of me to say that it should be me instead of you. I absolutely didn't deserve to be there. And to see you guys in this moment and on the eve of this all happening is the best part about it. And I know that you guys are sitting here like shaking in your boots, but the best part about it is, win, lose, or draw, you've already won.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
I love you.
Thank you.
No!
Let's mess this up.
Get up.
Hey, squirrel friend! When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.